So one last thing to do before we go on to the next lesson is to add the tests for the functionality that we added in this lesson. At the end of the profile lesson, you added the test for profile, so now you need to add the test for conference. That'll be the conference test class, and you can find that in the lesson 4 folder. And also go back into your conference API class and uncomment the tests that should work now that you've added conferences. So let's have a quick look at conference test. We sets up the values that you're going to need to test on. Create the service test helper, which is needed. The setup method, which just gets everything ready for the tests. The teardown method cleans up. And then there's just a bunch of different functions to test the different things that we've added. So test creating a conference without a name, that's not allowed. Test creating a conference. Anyway, so on. You can read through the test files and see what all the things are tested. Feel free to add your own tests. And then when you run your project with Maven, it will automatically include the test and will run the tests. And it actually won't let you run your project until the tests are successful. If you really get stuck with the tests and you do want to deploy without running the tests, you can choose Run As and then Run Configurations. And then you could create a configuration and actually enable the skip tests. I don't recommend this. It's a good idea to always test what you're doing, but it is good to know that that you can do that if you need to. Anyway, go ahead and add the tests to your application, and then it's time for the next lesson.